stop me. It's obvious, you're too sloppy. Cheap copy, I'm Rocky. Leave his eyes all glossy, but in the end zone is where you can spot when I touchdown. Touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
Hello, new world, all the boys and girls. I got some true stories.
DA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Once again, it's Mostert. Room here to run. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Here we go. 10 black. 10 cycles. 12 red. 10.
And he'll have a Dolphins first down as good running gets him to about the 44. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A run with Mostert up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. A 10-yard pickup. and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. That's caught right side by Anderson. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Let's go. Red 38. Black Ultra. We got 3. We got 3. We got 3. Hey,
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He is going to find Hill here. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Here's Mostert. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to...
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike. Yo, 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 yo.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Another run here with Dobbins. A nice little juke. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. They'll send a receiver in motion left. It's caught by OBJ. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here we go.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Play action. Now it's Tua. Out to his left. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34.
Well, for a play that didn't look like much at the snap, that jet sweep turned into a big play in a hurry.
And how about how they ran the play? Because they obviously caught the defense out of position and not expecting that one, and that turned into a nice chunk of yardage. But how about the execution? On the handoff, most of the times we see on the jet sweep, they punch it forward so that if it falls to the ground, it's just an incomplete pass. Here, you've got to execute it well, otherwise it's a fumble.
Yellow.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. Switch. Check.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And the Ravens are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Dobbins will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Let's go, let's bring it.
And they'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Patrick Ricard taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens are back within a score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Come on, QB, come on. He's crossing. He's checking cross. Watch 18. 18's the mark. Go, go, go. Check 3, check 3.
Clock, 10. Ready, go.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 68 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. Tackle there by Michael Pierce.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, They go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
52 blaster.
You got block me. You got block me. Check 26, check 26.
Ready.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
They hand off to their big tight end, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Adam Shaheen punching it in from a yard away.
And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 21-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Offense set at the line for this next drive.
So Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, a run with Dobbins.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Max 22, Max 22. You're not ready. You're not. Hey, middle.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Tua, the final shot before half. And going deep for Hill. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Isabella now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a Ravens first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Yeah, let's go sack lunch.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Watch the pass. 13.
From the 39, Jackson. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
22, Mike, 22. Squeeze, double. 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Hey. Slam.
Throwing is Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
On the double.
They'll run right side with Mostert. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He'll buy some time right, and he wisely will throw that one away.
Play action's supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Hands it off out of the gun. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit.
On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Isabella now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get...
Oh, wide open, complete, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Andy Isabella, 73 yards. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Grid 52. Slide 2.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa forced out to his left. He finds his man, complete. It's Connor. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
A handoff running left is Mostert. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
– 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Mostert. 128 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 15, check 15.
10 cycles.
They hand it off to Mostert. Down to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And some room to work. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Isabella now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 84 yards.
And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. You talk about rookies having big statistical years. He had a boatload of these in the regular season, more than 1 per game, and now he has his first here in the playoffs.
And it shows off his big playability, too, because we saw this quite a bit in college, and it certainly continued here at the next level. Another explosive play for a guy who's made them all season long.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
I bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Here we go, set, 10 black.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready, black 40.
I'm coming after you.
Right, white. Ready, go.
They'll try it now with Mostert. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Come on. Off the mic.
They're not ready for this, man.
Hey.
For this, they still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Now it's Jackson. It's Dobbins on the out route, bringing it in. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep, and he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
13.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins, and he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And this will be a touchback. Barrios deciding not to bring it out. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And this, a very important drive, leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. So a change in possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22.
He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. Another run here with Dobbins.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Jackson. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
And see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run with Dobbins.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. They're going for it with Dobbins.
And he's not even going to get past the line of scrimmage. Brought down right at the 4. The run on 4th and goal from the 4 is stopped short. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. They go down to a